What's up YouTube, Penguin321 here. I know I haven't made a video in quite a while, but I just recently ended 7th place at the Fargo, North Dakota Regional, so I got this mat. I was piloting Spellbooks, so I thought I'd show you guys the deck. I plan to start regularly making some videos, so I have a couple deck lists that were played there, and a friend's Ghost Trick deck that I'll be uploading for the next couple days, so go ahead and subscribe. There'll definitely be some more videos going up from now on a semi-regular basis, so let's get started. Got one World of Prophecy, staple in the deck, it's too good. Just the fact that you can summon it off Temperance, get 2 Spellbooks back, and potentially blow up the world if need be. Got 2 Priestess, I think 3 is way too much. 2 is more than enough. I mean, you can just recycle all of them with life and all that anyways, so you don't want to get it clogged with like too many, with like Priestesses, World, and all that, and not have anything to use. Staple, 3 Magicians, Searcher of the deck, gets you whatever. One thing I chose to do, I was originally running 2 Kaiku, but the day before the regional I was thinking about it and I decided to go 3 Kaiku to just help out against the Elemental Dragon matchup. I just figure I'm going to be signing them in a lot of the games anyways, which I ended up playing 3 E-Dragon decks throughout the day. So it ended up helping out a lot. 3 Temperance, staple, just summons, Priestess, and all that. And then for spells, you got Spellbook of Eternity, Spellbook of Power, Life, 2 Wisdoms, 2 Masters, 2 Towers, and 2 Fates, 2 Libraries, and then my special tech, I know a lot of people have been taking these out of the decks, were 2 Star Hulls. They came in handy a lot during a lot of my game ones. I sided them out some of the time, but a lot of the times they bring like mid to late game draw of like a Spellbook Magician, if they haven't gotten rid of these, ends up with being like minimum 15 to 1700, which can be versatile in top deck mode. Plus, in general, it just gives me an overall boost over a lot of monsters. I like it. And if they end up destroying it, or I end up destroying it with something, depending on how many counters are on it, I can search anything I need at that point. 3 Secrets, staple, traps, 6 cents, too good. I ended up drawing 6 off of one guy, off of a revamped Rabbit deck that I played, Dan Nunnally, and I drew 4 or 5 another match. Otherwise, I was milling all day, which set up Fate one game, just let me fade him the next turn. Compulse, Solemn Warning, 2 Regeki Breaks, 2 Fiendish Chains, 2 Wing Blasts, and 2 Mirror Force. Just a bunch of staple trap lineup in my opinion. That's the main deck, 41 cards. Side deck at 15. Defissure, Soul Drain. 2 Stumblings. I sided the Stumblings for the E-Dragon matchup. I never actually ended up siding them in, so I don't know how it would work too well. I figured I was already siding like 6 to 8 cards minimum for the Dragon matchup anyway. I didn't want to side too much, but I definitely recommend trying them, at least versus Dragoonity Rulers. I didn't play any of that, so I never. Vanity's Emptiness, too good. Stops dragons, stops any speed deck. Too good. I ended up, the first dragon guy I played, I ended up winning because of this, because he sat without anything and he sat on a Battle Fader in hand, thinking he could live a turn. So I attempted for game with World of Prophecy, and it ended up just finishing the match because I had the emptiness for the Fader. And then 2 Decrees. I won my Evil Swarm matchup round 4 or 5 because of it. Because he saw macro game 2 and then turn 1 and I drew the decree and ended up winning because of it. Maxis, too good against dragons. Light Imprisoning Mirrors, I would definitely recommend siding them, although I didn't play against any Boojans or Constellars. It gives you that extra edge against those decks if you get paired against them, since they are something that are being used. I figured it was the first regional where Shadow Specters would be legal, so I figured why not try it as an in-case thing. And it never came up, so I never played against it. And then 2 MSTs, just staple sideboard. I don't think you really need them game 1 for the fact that there's not too much I want to destroy, but like E-Dragons and a lot of other decks will be siding in like DNA Surgeries or Skill Drain or stuff like that. So I figure after game 1 it becomes that much more useful, so I'd side them in either. If I lose game 1, I'll usually wait. If I lose game 1, I'll side them in right away, but if I win game 1, I'll usually wait till game 3 to see what they sided in. So that's side deck. Extra deck, got Daigusto Phoenix, Shining Elf, Gotchi. I went into Phoenix quite a bit, and I summoned Shining Elf once, and Gotchi never really came up. I like Shining Elf for the fact it's a 1600. You can detach 1 to decrease their monster by 500 when it's normal or special summoned. I like that it's a 1600 spellcaster. It keeps Fate live. Daigusto Phoenix doesn't really need to be explained too much. It's just a quick 3000 damage if you're attacking direct. That's what I did against the last E-Dragon player I played. Round 6. There's Gotchi, Leviair, Zenmains, Black Shipicorn. I mean, a lot of the extra deck stuff isn't too relevant. I think I only Xyz summoned like 4 or 5 times anyway total throughout the day. Gemnite Pearl, Diamond Dire, Cowboy, Photon Pap, Evolve All Chain, Maestroke, Big Eye, Master Blades, and then you like this next one. I thought it was really funny. Volzar Logia. Essentially, my friend didn't quite have his Plant Dragon deck built for the tournament yet, so I lent him my Draco Sack. So I ended up just throwing this in the extra deck as a lulzy thing to just show whenever I showed up to my round. So that's the deck. 7th place finish out of, that was a really small regional. It was like 67 or 69, but top 8's a top 8. So tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. I will have more videos coming up soon, so stay tuned. Angor 321 out.